All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. We're going to be shipping out some orders this morning. I don't know how many we have. I know we have orders waiting shipment. Let's see. We have, my computer will load. Let's see the other ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on Poshmark, 2 on Mercari, no Depop orders this weekend, and then 13 over on eBay. It's kind of a slow weekend. I had this little thing on my eBay page this weekend that said there was they're experiencing issues or something like that. It was like a big header, and during that time I had almost no offers, no like sales or anything. And then as soon as that went away last night, I started getting sales again. So I don't know if something was wrong with eBay this weekend, but super slow, like way slower than usual, especially this time of year. Usually we have tons of sales, but yeah, at least we have Whatnot to kind of cover that slow time. We did have a lot of Poshmark sales too that kind of helped out. So we have some good high dollar sales too. So we'll go over all those on this live. Again, appreciate everybody who came out this weekend for the Whatnot show. We still have to pack up the giveaways. As you can see behind us, we have a few giveaways to pack up, but all the purchases have all been shipped out. So we appreciate you guys. A couple big shows this week, so make sure you go bookmark all those. They're already loaded up. And then we're taking the following week off from Whatnot, and expect a lot of videos and stuff during that week, because since we're not doing Whatnot, I'll probably focus on videos and stuff like that. So what's up, Jen? What's up, Amy? What's up, Lily? Welcome in everybody over on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. That's where I'm at right now. We're going to be shipping out orders, so if you're new here and you want to learn how to ship, this is a good time to ask a ton of questions. While I'm shipping, I will answer all those for you. And let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with Mercari orders first. I only had 2 Mercari sales. Mercari's been super slow for the last like month and a half. I think I'm way down on Mercari sales. Let me see. Let me go to platforms. Yeah, so this month on Mercari, I've only had 3 orders, which is wildly slow. Last month before that, I had 31, and it's gone down ever since July. It's been down. So Mercari's been super down. Poshmark has been better ever since they changed the fees back. For some reason, Poshmark sales are flying. So I gotta close this window. Joey was outside. Joey's home today because he's sick, so you'll probably hear him in the background, running around being crazy. What's new? Where's Kayla? She's hanging out with Joe Bro. She is on baby duty today because he was sick over the weekend, so we figured we would give him an extra day to stay home, and he didn't need it. He's perfectly fine today, so he could have easily went to school. All right, but let's go ahead and get started. We got a couple Mercari sales. I gotta move some stuff out of the way, and then I gotta find the Mercari sales Pendleton shirt. There it is, right there. All right, this is a men's Pendleton. It's called a Grant shirt. Pick this up for, let me see my sales data. I'm all over the place this morning. Pick this up for $10.70. It's sold for $30 over on Mercari. Remember, Mercari doesn't have any fees, so I made like right around a $20 profit. You only ship priority on Whatnot? Yes, I try to only ship priority, because on Whatnot, if you ship priority, you don't have to use your own packaging materials. You can use all the post office ones, except if your order is huge. But then you could always split your order and fit it into priority. So yes, I do try to. There's a way on Whatnot to change your labels only to be able to ship priority, which is done through your settings, or it's done individually on each one of your shows depending on how you want to ship your shows. So yes, I try to only ship priority. I forgot to change it on the last show, so I actually had to ship out a lot of Ground Advantage labels, which sucks because I had to use my own boxes, which we had to go run and buy boxes this morning, which costs extra money. You don't want to ship anything but priority over there, because yeah, you get free boxes. You might as well use the free supplies. Next up, good sale right here. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren. It's brand new with tag ski hoodie. It's a men's 2XL. It's a really, really good one. Brand new with tags. We picked this up for, I believe we paid like right around $32. We got this from a retail store, and it sold for $75 over on Mercari. It took a little bit of a lower offer because it's been sitting for a little bit, and I wanted to get it moved before Christmas. So I took that lower offer, but still made a really good profit. And this I'm just going to throw right into a box and ship out this way, because this is not going to fit into one of our bags. Pack it up, ship it out, easy peasy. What's up, Samara? What's up, Candy? Welcome in. What's up, Tej? Everybody's here. I know I'm a little late this morning. I was actually up a little bit earlier, but we have Joe Bro home, so I couldn't get to the computer. I had to watch him for a little bit while Kayla ran and got some boxes for us to ship. All right, that's all Mercari. We do have some Poshmark orders. We have, I think I counted 9 earlier. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 9 Poshmark orders. First one is a good one. We found this at a thrift store locally. It's a brand new tag men's Holderness and Bourne vest. I picked this up for $11.75 at the thrift store, and it sold for $75. Took less than a month to sell. Good sale right there. Doing my first show Tuesday. Nice. Yeah, if you're doing mostly clothing and stuff like that, you should just change it over to priority. Yeah, that way you can just order a bunch of priority mailboxes. I also use these bags a lot too, these Tyvek envelopes on Whatnot. I use these like almost every single show. If you set your stuff under a pound, just understand that if you sell like a shirt and it's at 10 ounces, you are going to have to use your own poly bags. But other than that, everything else will go priority if you set it to priority. What's up, Kim? Flipping Nurse in the house. What is up? All right, that one shipped. Next up, I sold actually a couple Tommy Bahama shirts this weekend. So this is the first one that sold. It's a nice tropical Tommy Bahama print. I'm still listing these because they're still selling for me. Paid $8.54 for this one, and it sold for $27, and it was literally just listed. So Tommy's still selling. If this was summertime, this might have sold for a little bit more. Maybe I wouldn't have to take an offer for this, but we're in the middle of winter, and these are still moving pretty well. So as long as they have good prints on them, they will sell. I need info on how to keep track of inventory, sold cost, cost methods you use. Recommend Posher. Is there a video? So Posher is really good for keeping track of your sales data now. If you only sell on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. If you sell anywhere else, you're going to need a outside source. The spreadsheet I'm using this year is Jason's spreadsheet, the Jason Hayes spreadsheet that's linked in my bio. That you can put in all of your mileage, you can put in all of your supplies cost, you can put all of your cost of goods in there. It'll give you breakdowns of daily, monthly, yearly totals, all that good stuff. It is a Google Sheet spreadsheet, so you can take it on the go. You can fill it out whenever. If you're just using eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, you can use Posher and then have an easy little spreadsheet that you just keep track of all your expenses on. Like if you have like expenses for, you buy supplies on Amazon and things like that, you can put that into that little simple spreadsheet, but then all the rest will be tracked by Posher. So it really depends on how you run your business. And which way you like better. Some people like it all in spreadsheets, so they're able to easily access the data. Other people just want, Posher to suck all the information in for them and do all of it for them. So decide which one you want to do. If you do Posher, you have to have the cross-listing one. That's how you get the automation for the sales data and all that. If you just do the basic plan where it's sharing your closet and stuff like that, you do not get the sales analytics. So just keep that in mind. Next up, Peter Millar. This is a Peter Millar linen sweater. I picked this up online. I forget what I paid for it. I think it was like right around $30 is what I paid for it. This sold for $67 over on Poshmark. Sold Tommy Bahama this weekend too, and a Nike bathing suit. Yeah, I think I sold a bathing suit this weekend too, which is very weird. my sweaters that are listed are not moving, but my swimsuits and my Tommy Bahamas are moving. I don't know. Like I said this weekend, I don't know if you guys had the same error message on your eBay account, but like right above my 90-day total, it said that like we are experiencing issues. So something like we are experiencing technical issues. We'll be back soon or something like that. And during that time, I almost had almost no sales. It was like dead. So eBay was doing something weird. I did get a message from eBay. I think some people who sell pre-owned clothing did, but it's like a partner program. It's like a pre-loved partner program, and I did apply for that. So now all of my listings that are like pre-owned and they apply to that partner program have like a little thing above them. So maybe that's what they were working on, is they were like working my listings into that. But I got that message like a week or two ago. So had that error message too. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. eBay was doing eBay things. Next up, Vineyard Vines gray pullover. Picked this up for $8 locally in a bulk buy. This one sold for $22. Just a little bread and butter sale right there. This is just going to go right into a Tyvek and ship out. By the way, if you guys aren't putting tape on your Tyvek envelopes, you should be. It's the batch that I got, this batch right here, the stickiness is so bad that it just like peels right back up. Send you a message on Instagram if you decide to get rid of the boxes. I can buy them from you and pick them up. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll see. In the new year, we're going to decide what we're going to do. But yeah, I do have a lot of boxes. So if we do end up doing that, I definitely will sell them to you or just give them to you. Next up, True Religion. These are called utility shorts. These are more like a bathing suit bottom too. Pick these up for $20. These only sold for $30 over on Posh. These have been sitting for a while. I just decided to take a best offer and get them moved. There's a bunch listed, so just get my money back on those. So you see the Mercari message, reinstating seller fees, now some for seller, some for buyer. No, I didn't see that. I saw there was a message in our group chat about it. I think Ethan was messaging us. I don't really care. I've had 3 sales on Mercari. 3 sales on Mercari this month. If Mercari dies and nothing sells there, I don't care. If eBay did that, then yeah, we would all care about it. But to be honest, if everybody freaks out because Mercari did that, oh well. Mercari's shooting themselves in the foot. Like you'd have to ask the CEOs, like, what are you thinking about? If you're charging fees to the buyers and the sellers, you are literally destroying your platform. Like nobody's going to buy on it. We've already seen what happened with Poshmark. Poshmark literally 2 days after they tried to do that, reinstated their fee structure. So I'm sure Mercari is going to do the same thing. They're going to reinstate their fee structure and change it all up because people are just not going to sell there. They're going to refuse. And once they see the fees, both on the buyer and the seller side, they're going to be like, why am I selling here? Why don't I just sell on a platform where I actually get sales? If I was actually selling on Mercari and they increase the fee structure, I probably wouldn't care because I'm making sales over there. But I'm not making sales on Mercari. So I'll still list there. If I sell something here, I'll sell something there. But to be honest, doesn't really affect me. Doesn't really affect my business. And to be honest, I don't think it affects most people's business. I think a lot of people are probably going to freak out about it. And they're just freaking out just to freak out because who is honestly selling more on Mercari than they are on Poshmark and eBay? And even Depop is outselling Mercari this month. My Depop sales are, I've sold 5 things on Depop this month and I've sold 3 on Mercari. So yeah, and both of those are very, very low. Next up, another Tommy Bahama. This is like a California Tommy Bahama shirt. It's got like an all over print to it. Pick this up for $10.67. It's been listed for a while, but I got an offer during Christmas time for it, so I decided to take it. Sold it for $30. Have you thought about doing a Whatnot mystery box reseller show and unload some inventory? I've done mystery boxes before. They are not as profitable as just selling individually. The way we did mystery boxes is we showed everything inside the box, so it's not technically a mystery box, which is better because you don't want to sell a box to somebody and they think the box is bad, and then you lose a buyer. So we would just show everything that's in the box and sell it off. We would start at $1. We'd put, 15 items in them and they would sell for $100. I'd most likely, if I ran all those items individually, it would probably sell for somewhere between $150 to $200. So it's way more profitable just to sell them individually. So yeah, and plus I love the resellers. I love you guys. But to be honest, my Whatnot crowd, I'm trying to grow into a buyer crowd. Just like if you list something on eBay, you don't want a bunch of resellers offering for your stuff. You want to eventually grow into a buyer crowd, and that's what we're trying to do, especially with the pallets. We're going to be selling brands that aren't really resellable brands. For example, I got an opportunity to sell men's Callaway golf polos. I'm talking back and forth with somebody about selling them. Most of you are probably not interested in Callaway golf polos, but if you go walk around the mall or anywhere where there's a ton of people, you will see Callaway golf polos everywhere. Tons of guys wear them. So we're looking for brands like that we're going to sell on Whatnot and change kind of our Whatnot feel. We're still going to do pre-owned, like crazy good shows like that on the weekends, but we are trying to do some new tag stuff that isn't really resellable. I mean, Callaway does sell, but it's not like something that sells very, very well. Do you print your own numbers on the bag? Yeah, I have a video on YouTube going over it's boxes versus bins. Go watch that video, and I explain the Dymo 450 that I use, and I show on the screen how to set it all up and everything like that. Next up, we got Carhartt denim jeans. I picked these up for, what I picked these up for? $4.28. These sold for $20. I think these are flannel lined, if I can remember correctly. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're just denim jeans, but they sold for $20. So I'll take that. Carhartt hasn't been selling very well for me, so I'll take that anytime we have a Carhartt sale. This will just slide right in. Joey must be going to sleep. He is quiet, finally. Oh, he is? Okay, don't disturb him. Don't disturb him. Joey's been a monster this morning. He's been all over the place. All over the place. Alright, that one is shipped. Bing, bing. Throw the label on. Ship it out. We got a Ralph Lauren piece. I think every single stream I at least have one Ralph Lauren piece that's sold. This is a nice like Christmas colorway too. You can see it on the screen. Nice like Christmas design. Picked this up for $4.28 and this one sold for 20 bucks. Mercari's increasing its seller fees 10% in January. Are your thoughts on that? I just answered that. I think most people are going to freak out, but to be honest, most people don't sell very much on Mercari anyway. So Mercari is trying to fix what they've already shot themselves in the foot for. Their fee structure already was kind of weird. The fact that you're not giving any fees to sellers, and everybody knew this was going to change because it's not profitable for Mercari. And now they're trying to backtrack and make their money back up by putting fees on both the buyers and the sellers. And again, nobody in this chat can tell me that they're selling more on Mercari than any other platform. I won't believe it. Unless you're selling like 5 items a month and just happens that 3 sold on Mercari and 2 sold on eBay because you have a small. But if you have more than 1,000 items listed, there's no way you're selling more on Mercari. It just doesn't happen. If you're listing on eBay the same quality inventory, you're going to get more. Oh God, look at this. Hey Grace, let me block you really quick. I don't want to freaking put you on the screen. That's the worst. Block user on Facebook. See you later. Some of the spam messages were coming through. But yeah, nobody can tell me that they're selling a ton on Mercari. It's not that big of an issue. I think, yeah, it's not that big of an issue. You're not selling a ton on Mercari. So if it was eBay, I could see everybody freaking out, but it's not worth everybody freaking out. I might make a video about it just to make a video about it because people will go on there and scream at the computer. But yeah, it's not worth it. You don't sell a ton over there. Next up, we got some Brooks Brothers. These are Brooks Brothers snowman pants. So the perfect time of the year to sell these. They got little snowman all over them. I picked these up for $5.34 and these sold for 38 bucks. Only time of the year that these are going to sell for 38 bucks. Because once Christmas is over, nobody's going to want to buy some snowman pants. Slide that in and ship it out. I hope that didn't mess up my Facebook stream over there. Facebook, let me know if you guys can still see me. It said I had an error over here, but it looks like I'm still live. Yeah. It says I'm still live. Okay, we're good. We're good. Grace came in and I had to block him. Alright, that one shipped. Now we're on to some eBay orders. We got a total of 13 eBay orders. Again, super slow weekend for some reason this weekend. Usually I have somewhere around like 35 to 40 orders. But again, they had that message on eBay that there was an error or something like that. Something they were working on. So, well, I did it. I sent 2 shirts to the wrong people. Transposed labels. It happens. What you'll do is once you figure out one is switched, you'll message the other buyer that you switched and you'll say, hey, you got a shirt on the way. That's the wrong shirt. When you receive it, please open a return and I'll accept the return and just hope they open a return. So next up, Zegna shirt. This is a Zegna. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but you saw this in a recent video. Picked this up for $9.60. It did have a small spot on the back. Otherwise, this would have sold for over $50. But because of the small little stain and it's new with tags, I couldn't wash it. We listed this low, and it sold for 30 bucks. You're good? Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I had to block Grace, and then it gave me an error message over here too. Lots of error messages this weekend. All right, let me grab my trusty dusty scale. I need to dump out all of these receipts eventually. I got tons of receipts on my desk that I need to process. Just move these over here. Boom. All right. Throw this in the scale. And that's going to ship out for 11 ounces. Got guys have any questions while you're hanging out, feel free to ask them in the chat. Anything is accepted, except it's a really weird question. But feel free to ask questions about reselling, about shipping, about all that good stuff. Now is the perfect time to ask as I'm shipping. I usually do these lives every morning, so if you're new here, make sure you follow. All these lives are done, and we ship out, show you guys what's sold, all that good stuff. That one shipped. Next up, really good sale. This is just, it looks like a normal Tommy Bahama shirt, but it's actually a Disney Parks Tommy Bahama, and it's got Mickey all over on the inside. Picked this up for $10.68, which is a plain green looking Tommy Bahama, sold for 45 bucks just because it has Mickey all over it. Do you know about the logistics of eBay sales with local pickup? Yeah, I've done a local pickup before. The way they do it is, so if somebody buys something and you guys agree to do a local pickup, they'll select the local pickup option when they order your item. And then what eBay will do is they'll give you a QR code, and the person has to go on their account and say they basically on their order, they go, they're picking it up. So they hit pickup, and then it'll prompt them to open their camera, and then they scan your QR code on your phone, and that lets eBay know that they met up with you because that's linked to your account. And then once that's done, they inspect the item. If they accept it, then they hit accept, and then you really don't have to worry about returns at that point because they've already looked at your item. So local pickups are really good. They just don't happen too often. Is that polo vest behind you, or what brand? That's a Pendleton. We gave that away yesterday. It's a brand new with tag Pendleton. It retails for $250. It's a down Pendleton vest. We gave it away yesterday on our Whatnot all giveaway show. Appreciate everybody who came out to that show too. So super successful. We had like 200 and I think it's 70 people at one time in that show. So appreciate everybody who came out. I want to do those shows more often because they're so much fun to do. Just give stuff away and have fun and just talk to people. So. How's potty training going? He still poops in his diaper. He refuses to go on the potty. We've tried everything, but he'll eventually make that switch. Do you buy concert t-shirts or sweatshirts? I don't do a lot of vintage or anything like that. So occasionally if I find if I went to the store and I found like a Taylor Swift like concert t-shirt from like 5 years ago, I know that thing's worth money, so I'll grab that. But very rarely do I ever check like the t-shirt section. Usually those have to be on like a rack that I'm checking, like a brand new rack for me to pick those up. Next up, really good sale right here. These are Frank and Eileen pants. Kayla paid $36.11 for these at a thrift store. Normally people would pass on that, but these are a really good brand to look for, especially in pants and shirts. This sold for full price $89.99 plus shipping, so really, really good sale. Just read Mercari is changing the fees. Yes, I heard. It's probably going to be the talk of the town for the next 3 or 4 days. Again, I don't really care. I don't sell a ton on Mercari. If they change their fees and the 10 items I sell a month now have deeper fees on them, I mean, yeah, who cares? I mean, I'm getting charged more fees than that on eBay. And yes, buyers are not going to pay those fees. They're just not. And you're going to get less sales on Mercari, and then Mercari is going to change it back to some other kind of fee structure. But again, nobody in this chat can tell me that they're actually selling more on Mercari than they are on eBay if they actually have a decent sized store. It just says it never happens. It never happens. Can't believe I missed that show. Yeah, it was last night. We'll have another one. Look at Poshmark did and they reverted back. Exactly. Most likely Mercari is going to do the same thing. Nobody's going to be like, thanks Mercari for changing your fees. Nobody's going to do that. So yeah, it'll most likely go back within a couple days. And if it doesn't, Mercari's just going to kill themselves. That's just what's going to happen. Did I ship out the wrong item? Oh no, there it was right there. Levi's jeans, brand new tag Levi's jeans. Picked these up at a thrift store for 13 bucks. These sold for $34.19 plus ship. That's an Auto Posher sale. Auto Posher sent a 10% on offer for me, and this person accepted. So thanks, Auto Posher. When he's ready, yeah. He's like, he knows when he has to go. By the way, because we have him in a underwear all day, and he doesn't pee in his underwear. He doesn't do any of that anymore. He actually sleeps in his underwear and he has no issues. But when he has to go do number 2, he asks for a diaper. So he knows he has to go. He's like, Mommy, I'm going to go lay down. I need a diaper. And we're like, no, you got to go poop, don't you, bud? And he's like, no, I just want to go lay down. And then 5 minutes later, after we put him in the diaper, boom. He's like, Mommy, I pooped. I was like, okay, well, we told you that was going to happen, dude. So I think he's just scared. But once he does it once, he'll be fine. eBay and Whatnot. What about eBay and Whatnot? What's good, Montes? Welcome in. Haven't seen you in a while. I think you were on one of my lives a few weeks back. All right, what do we got here? 791 is a Eileen Fisher. This is a merino wool sweater. We love picking up Eileen. It always sells well for us. Picked this up for $4.28 at a thrift store, and it sold for $25 plus ship. Easy peasy sale. Love selling Eileen. I wish Eileen did better on Whatnot. It kind of like dips on Whatnot because a lot of these pieces look plain. These are more like career wear and stuff like that for, middle-aged and older ladies like the brand, and we don't really have too many Eileen Fisher lovers on our Whatnots. They just look too plain, so that's why they don't do very well. But if they did, we would definitely run Eileen on Whatnot. Do all new with tag Eileen, that would be awesome. All right, that one's shipping out for $509. Buyer paid $910. Let's see what's next. Next, we got a Patagonia Girls piece too. We found this. I think Kayla found this on a new rack, and she thought it was a women's, but it was actually a girl's. It's just a pink Patagonia long sleeve base layer. Another piece that we could have run on Whatnot, but this would probably only sell for like $8 or $9 on Whatnot. Sold for $19.99 plus shipping over on eBay. The Patagonia base layer capillines, they always do really, really well on eBay. They do okay on Whatnot. Every once in a while we'll sell one and it'll sell for like 12 or 13. But ideally these sell really well on Whatnot. You want to list them over there because you're going to get around 20 to 25. Not me wearing Eileen middle-aged. I didn't mean that by a diss. I got in trouble by saying ages last night on live too. I was like, what did I say? I forgot what I said. I said like an age is old. I think I said like, I don't want to say it because mom's in the room, but I said an age was old. And everybody in chat was like, I'm that age. And I was like, oh crap, my bad. Our car fire resistant jeans, any good to sell? They are, but you got to get them cheap. They used to sell very, very well back in the day. Nowadays, they're a little bit harder to sell because Carhartt's in all the discount stores. So yeah, they do sell. You just got to get them cheap. For like $4, you're going to sell them for like 20 to 25. Next up, brand new with tag, Peter Millar. This is a Skort. Picked this up for $13 at the yellow tag clearance event over at TJ Maxx, and this one sold for $44.99 plus shipping. How do you pack blazers for shipping? Good question. Actually, I have a blazer I have to pack up. I'll do that next. I'll show you how I do it. Lots of Mercari fee chains. I'm gonna get this question all day. It doesn't bother me. I don't sell enough on Mercari for it to bother me. You can only control what you can control. At the end of the day, Mercari changed their fees. Poshmark changed their fees. They reverted back after everybody went in uproar about it. Again, nobody in this chat can tell me, if you have a decent sized store, nobody in this chat can tell me that you're selling more on Mercari than you are on eBay, more on Mercari than you are on Poshmark. Like, I guess more on Mercari than you are on Poshmark if you sell hard goods maybe, but if you're selling those same hard goods on eBay, you're going to sell way more on eBay. It doesn't really bother me too much. It's just a fee structure change. They're going to go back. They're going to change it back eventually. That's just what platforms do. They're trying to make more money. Let me move these out of the way. All right, with blazers, I have a Robert Graham blazer over here. I'm not going to pack it on live, but I'll kind of show you what I do. So this is a corduroy Robert Graham blazer, really good one, nice corduroy. That's why it's sold, because it's corduroy. I picked this up locally for $8 in a bulk buy. This sold for $62.99. With blazers, all I do is I just roll them like this. I make sure the buttons are on the inside and not exposed, because the buttons are the most fragile piece on blazers. You don't want to crack them. And then the cuff buttons, I roll into the blazer like this. I just make it like a blazer burrito, just like that, and I'll slide it either in a box, most likely because this one's corduroy. Actually, I'll just pack it up on live right now. I'll just throw this right into a box like that and ship it out. So I got little 10 by 8 by 6 boxes. I don't know if this is going to fit in here, actually. I'm going to have to get a bigger box. I got bigger boxes out in the garage, but I'll just roll it up like that, squish it down, throw it in a box, and ship it out. Same thing with jackets. I do the same thing with jackets and things like that. I saw a shoe fly across the room. You did? Did you throw a shoe?
I did not.
Maybe it was Joe Bro. You probably saw Joe Bro throw a shoe back there. Probably. He's a wild child. Next up, Tailor Stitch. Good brand to look out for. Tailor Stitch pants. Pick these up for, I believe I paid $8 for these. I don't have the price in there for some reason. These sold for 32 bucks. Tailor Stitch pants. Yeah, we got Joe Bro home today, and then Emelina's home today. Both of them were sick. Joe Bro we kept him because he was coughing 2 nights ago, and we didn't want him to go back to school. But yeah, Emelina probably could have went to school today. If her teachers are watching, she probably could have made it to class today. She said she was not feeling very well. Thoughts on Mercari fee change? Thanks, Surfs. I don't know. You make a video about it. Surfs, how many sales do you get on Mercari now that they allowed you back on? I'm sure you don't care about it because, yeah, they'll just kick you off for whatever reason. Was it Mercari that kicked you off? I think it was Mercari, right? Yeah, Mercari's a weird place. Mercari just changed a bunch of their CEOs and things like that changed around too. I'm sure they're trying to save the platform at this point, and it's probably not going to be saved. Next up, Paradise Found. This is a good Paradise Found. Not all Paradise Found sells, but this is the Magnum PI Paradise Found shirt. So it's got the same print on Magnum PI. I've never. What is Magnum PI movie?
What is this TV series?
Oh, TV series. Okay, I don't know. But this is the same. That's the same shirt. I guess the guy wore.
Yeah.
Same exact brand, same exact shirt. So anytime you find these with this exact pattern, this exact color, and I think they come in purple too. Pick it up because these are like the only ones that sell. I picked this up for $7.46 just like a month ago, and this sold for $34.99 plus ship. It probably would have sold for around $45 in the middle of summer, but right now they're all selling for around $35, so that's where I listed mine at. And sure enough, full price sale. So pick this one up. Pick this one up. Thanks, been collecting blazers and finally got over my fear of listing and sold one in less than a week. And I'm shipping right now. I'm looking at this blazer, scratching my head. Yeah, what you could do too is if you have these and it's a thinner blazer, you can just roll it up and stick it in one of these Tyvek envelopes and ship it out that way. I usually ship blazers in priority because I charge priority mail for my blazer sales. I also do. I charge shipping, and then I also charge to return the blazer because a lot of people like to rent blazers. They'll go on eBay and look for people that have free shipping and free returns. They'll rent it for the weekend, and then they'll, send it back to you when they're done with it. So I would highly suggest if you're starting to list those blazers, make sure you always do charge shipping and charge return shipping so you're never out money just in case you get a nice little rental that happens. Hey, Kit Kat. People are asking about you on Whatnot this weekend. Are like, is Kit Kat ever going to show up? I said, don't say her name 3 times. She'll be here. She's like Beetlejuice. You missed the giveaway show. It was fun. Last 2 sales, I showed the blazer. Oh no, 3 sales. Sorry, 3 sales to go over. I sold this Aaron Crafts sweater. Picked this up. I think we paid. I don't have the price in there because it got returned, but I think we paid $8 for this. And it was sold, returned, and then sold again very, very quickly for $34.99 plus ship. So that one sold. You guys already sold the Robert Graham, or seen the Robert Graham blazer. This is a Toomey Tech jacket. These don't sell super fast, but I will pick them up if they're cheap enough. Paid $13.38 for this one, and it sold for $35. Didn't take too long to sell. It's a nice, like, thicker jacket. And then last but not least, I got a marine layer. This is one from, it's like a store. The store got rid of these and they X out the labels, but it's still brand new condition. Picked this up at Red, White, and Blue for $8.03. It's like a nice like fleece shacket. Really, really good feel to this one. And it sold for $31.49 plus shipping. So those are my 3 jacket sales. Jackets are starting to move a little bit better. How do I track my order from the Whatnot show? So if you want to know exactly what you bought, let's say you get it in like 3 days from now and you're like, crap, I don't know what I paid for this specific item. You can go on your order form, and then on your order form it says view receipt, and then it says view video receipt. If you view the video receipt, it'll pop up an image of exactly what we were holding up when we ran it. It like takes a screenshot of it for you, and then you can track like what you paid for each item. So if you buy 10 items, you just got to go through really quick and do that. If I were to print out the sheets that say like how much you paid for each item, you still wouldn't know what you bought because it all says random pull. So yeah, just go on your video receipt for each item, and then you can just write down really quick, like, hey, this Disney pin I paid $4 for, and then this was the fees and all that stuff. It'll say it right underneath there. Where's my present for putting up with you? You get nothing. You get the privilege of not getting banned today. How about that? If name tag is crossed out like that, do you disclose that in the listing? We take photos of the actual interior tag so that people can see that. But yeah, we disclose it by a photo. It's a store donation. So when the stores donate items, they just put X's on the tag. You'll see that a lot of times on Brooks Brothers too. They X out on the tag like that. When you're wearing the item, you can't see the X. It's just on the brand label. It's not really affecting the value unless you really care about that brand tag specifically. But most people don't care. As long as it doesn't bleed through the item, which usually they don't, then there's no issues with it. People will still buy them. Do you think there's a better day to hit thrift stores? I think it depends on the thrift stores you're wanting to hit. Every thrift store has a different rotation. They bring out different items, different days. They have their workers bring out stuff in the middle of the day. Some places have the workers bring the stuff out in the very beginning of the day. Some stores have them bring it out the end of the day right before they close. So you got to go around your area and figure out what your thrift stores do. Ask employees like, hey, when do you guys stock the shelves? If they go, oh yeah, we do it at 12 o'clock, then maybe you get the thrift store at 11:30 when they're starting to stock the shelves. So it all depends on the thrifts. It's not like every thrift store has the same exact schedule to put items out. Was watching your video on Autoposher analytics, currently using Vendu, thinking about making the switch. How does Autoposher handle delisting bundle sales? It delists everything within the bundle sale. It also will actually bundle your items for you and send an offer for you. So if you have somebody who goes through and likes multiple items, you can actually have Autoposher bundle for you and send offer. But anything that sells within a bundle sale, it will auto delist for you. I think that might be an issue with Vendu, and that's why you're asking. And also it has multi-quantity delist automatically, which I don't know if Vendu does very, very well. So let's say you have a Peter Millar shirt in a men's size large, it's brand new with tags, and you have 4 of them listed, and you sell 1 on Poshmark, it'll automatically drop your total down on eBay to 3 on your multi-quantity listing. Then if you sell 1 on eBay, then it'll drop down to 2 on Poshmark. So it'll actually drop your quantities for you, so you don't have to worry about making a double sale ever. I think there's a lot of sales detection platforms that don't do that. They basically don't do that. They're just like, hey, if you have a multi-quantity listing, you got to go in and bring the totals down. So that's something Autoposher does. Also, with Autoposher, trust me, it's way easier to import your inventory than it is on Vendu. With Autoposher, it's you link all your stores and you click one button and it starts to download all of your listings into Autoposher. On the first download, it takes around 15 to 20 minutes. But then once it's done, it has all of your items across on the same line. So let's go over my Autoposher really quick. This is what it will look like. I'm sharing my thing right here. So you'll see right here, I just brought all these items in from eBay. They're not listed on Mercari, Depop, anywhere else. But if I go to, let's say, page, I think I can scroll to a page, right? No, I can't do that. Let's go. I have to go kind of scroll over a little bit because I haven't cross-listed. See how much stuff I have to cross-list, chat? I have so much stuff. I'll work on that today. When you first import your inventory, it's going to look like this. If you have this Judy Blue listed on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, Autoposher is going to use AI to bring it in, and it's going to put them all in the same row. If, for whatever reason, it doesn't, because the AI doesn't pick it up, and let's say it looks like this. Oh, crap, I messed it up. Let's say it looks like that. Let me type in Judy. And moved it to the beginning. Boom. Let's say it looks like this, and you're like, crap, this is supposed to be in this row. It's the same item. I want it to auto delist. You're just going to drag and drop it. And then once it's drag and dropped, it'll move it back to that row. Boom. You're done. You don't have to worry about it. Like, it's so easy and so simple to use. The drag and drop method. Vendu listing definitely takes some time. Yeah, Autoposher listing, I'll list these Judy Blues right now to Mercari. So Judy Blues, everything looks good. I'm going to scroll to the bottom. Everything looks good. We're going to list to Mercari. We're going to let it do its thing for a second, and that one's going to be listed. How much is Autoposher? It has a few different plans. I'll show you exactly what the plans are. See, that's listed to Depop right now. We'll list it to Mercari. We'll list it to Depop. Same thing. I'm going to scroll through. Depop doesn't have Judy Blue as a brand, so we're just going to list to Depop. And then we'll also list to Poshmark. She's actually working on a way also to list to all 4 at one time, or 3, depending on how you do it. I download my listings into it. So she's trying to work on a system where it just downloads everything in, and then you can just cross-list to all 3 with one click of a button. So If you can't see the screen, you got to hop over to Facebook or YouTube, but I will flip the screen. You won't be able to see this full screen over here. So right now I'm listing these. I am on live right now, so my computer's gonna lag up a little bit, but usually it doesn't do this. How much is Auto Posher? Let me show you. So those just got listed to all 3 platforms just like that. There is no app, which most people say, like with Vendoo, oh, they have the app. And I'm like, cool, they have an app, but you could just go on the website on your phone with Auto Posher and do the same exact thing as an app. Here's pricing with Auto Posher for just the automation tool, which is this right here. It shares your closet, sends out offers, follows people back, which is something Vendoo does not do. This is something Vendoo does not do, by the way. Does not share your closet, which is wild. Sends out offers. It does recreates. I turned this off on eBay just because we're putting some stuff away in inventory and I didn't want to mix some stuff up. Sends offers, relists on Mercari. So that means while your computer's off, it's delisting and relisting on Mercari for you. Today it's done 41 for me. So 41 items got refreshed for me over on Mercari. Same thing on Depop Land. 3 offers have been sent, 40 relists. This is all done in the background. I don't have to have my computer on. I haven't changed these settings in a while, except for this one right here. So that's the rundown on that. Then you have the cross listing, which is what I just showed you, how I cross listed those items over. And then it also has sales analytics now, so you can look over your analytics, you can track all your sales data, all that good stuff. That's one complaint that people coming over from Vendoo had, and now Auto Posher has basically the same thing. And then you have the bundle plan, which gets you both the automation cross-listing tool. You're able to cross-list 750 items every month with this plan. And then if you need some more credits, you can, for an extra $20 a month, you get 2,000 listing credits, 500 smart credits, which are basically like it pulls. You can do like background removal automatically, or it can create your listing for you. So those are the plans. A lot of people complain about the price and they're like, hey, this service is a lot cheaper. And all I'll say is that service doesn't have as much as Auto Posher has. That's why. There's a reason why some, I don't know how to put it, some hot dogs are cheaper than other hot dogs because the other hot dogs have more stuff on them. It's just, that's how it goes. So I want Auto Posher so bad, but I don't have enough listings. Make sure. Yeah, you don't want Auto Posher until you have over 100 listings. I think that's a good number, 100 to 150 listings. Thanks for showing this. Thinking about starting a cross listing, but the automation does sound really nice. It is. It basically does everything for you. It's super, super nice. Do you have the list of all the things you would buy from? Do you have a list of all the things you would buy from people? If I want to be the thrift store finder, but not the seller. We do a lot of consignment for Whatnot. If you watch our Whatnot shows, you can go back and watch any of them at any time. And you'll see the brands we're selling over there. Those are the brands I would be interested in either consigning. So you send it to us and we sell them for you and we give you a split of the profit, or you can sell them directly to us. Either way works. I've got both and they are both pretty awesome. Which one? Both what? I lost track of what I was saying. If you stop using Auto Posher, do you lose all your listings? No, all your listings will stay on all the platforms. So you could actually pay for Auto Posher, cross-list all your stuff, and then cancel your subscription if you just use cross-listing. And then once you build up enough listings, you can just buy Auto Posher again and do the same thing. By the way, that whole Auto Posher spiel, I have a link in my bio. If you sign up with that link, you'll get 15% off your first month. There's also a free trial too. So just go use Auto Posher. I'll actually throw it in the chat really quick too. Let me see if I can get over there while I'm on the computer to my affiliate page. I'm going to throw my referral into my, down here. Boom. That's my referral right there. If you click on that or you use code KWayShop at checkout, you'll get 15% off your first month, or you can use it for the free trial. You get 7 days free. Consignment, okay, cool. Yes. Again, watch our Whatnot shows. We're looking for items that sell for over 35 on eBay regularly. Those are what we're looking for, and we're looking for winter items right now. We're not looking for, even though we sold Tommy Bahamas today, we're not looking for Tommy Bahama shirts because they're not going to do well on Whatnot. What's the standard consignment amount? I've started listing for a few others. And not sure what to charge. What is standard consignment amount? So if you're consigning on eBay, you're usually doing a 60-40 or a 50-50 split. Somewhere between both of those. Depends on what you want to do, how you want to run your business. But usually it's like usually most people do 50-50 or 60-40. We do 70-30 on Whatnot because it's fast sales. I know I'm dealing with a lot of resellers that need to make money on their items. So 70-30 works really well for us. But yeah, if you're listing on eBay, Also, if you're listing on eBay, keep in mind, I was talking about this on a live yesterday with John over at SBH over on TikTok. We were doing a little TikTok live. And I was talking to him on live about this. When you do eBay consignment, you can't pay the consignor out until 90 days after your sale. If that's your return window is 90 days, you have to let your consignor know, like, hey, I can't pay you out until 90 days because if this gets returned to me, or 30 days or whatever your return window is, if this gets returned to me, then I can't pay you out because I got to sell it again. I got to pay the return. And then you also tell them, like, hey, if this gets returned and there's a fee to that, that fee comes out of your cut. So just keep that in mind. So that's why we don't do eBay, because it's a little bit confusing. Can you show on USPS.com which boxes and bags you order? Yeah, I can do that. That's a good question. That's actually the first time I got that question. Let me go over USPS.com right here. You go over to shop and then you go to shipping supplies. And then you'll click on I think there's for free shipping supplies. There it is. Free shipping supplies right there. So that's the one you want. You don't want to look at anything else. And then the ones that I get are the Tyvek envelopes, which that's the flat rate. You don't want that. This is the Tyvek envelope right here. And usually when I order these, I'll order them in packs of 10, and I'll do like 500 at a time because I use a lot, or 400 is the max you can do. So there you go. 400 is the max. You get packs of 10. And then also I do boxes. The boxes I use are going to be the shoe boxes. There's a large priority box. That's the one we use a lot for Whatnot if we have like bigger orders. And then there's a shoe box, but I don't know where it is. Hold on. Should say priority mail shoe box underneath it. Unless I already passed it. I use these sometimes too. This one right here, priority mail shoe box. Those are the dimensions right there. We use those a lot for Whatnot shows. Wish I chimed in sooner. Will this be posted after? I post these lives always to Facebook and YouTube afterwards. They're always posted every day. I don't post them to Instagram because it doesn't look as good on Instagram, but I post them to Facebook and YouTube. Because we're live on all three of those right now. Mercari now charging 10%. Yeah, nobody. Yeah. It's going to be the talk of the town for the next week. Mercari fees, who cares? You don't sell a ton on Mercari. Fun show last night on Whatnot. I haven't been on Whatnot as much because trying to thrift super cheap. Super appreciate you guys. Thank you. Appreciate you, Audra. Let's go. Have some sellers never buy lights that amount. Wait. How come sellers never buy lights that mount to the ceiling? I hate floor lights because they're always in the way. We actually have walk-in light. We have a walk-in light box. You can use either. I think it's just dependent on their setup. A lot of people have kids, so like the roof mounts would work great. A lot of people move their setups. They have somebody that lists for them, so they're able to move their setup and give them the lights. I don't know, and sometimes lights are just cheaper to do. So just depends on them. What's up, Sir Salmonella? If you're just starting out with Auto Posher, but you have a Poshmark store prior to using, can you force Auto Posher to delist and relist your items immediately? But you have a Poshmark store prior to listing. Can you force Auto Posher to delist your items immediately? Like when you sell the items, is that what you're asking? Or, because let me explain how this will work. If you already have 300 listings on Poshmark, you're going to click a button. Auto Posher is going to download all those listings right into Auto Posher is going to download those listings right into Auto Posher for you via Poshmark, and then from there you cross list. Then all you have to do is turn on the function that auto delists when you make a sale. So then if you sell something on eBay that you just cross listed, it will delist on Poshmark for you automatically. Like auto sales, every time you make a sale, it automatically delists. As long as you have your platforms hooked up, you should have no issues with that. And it is a setting you have to turn on too. A lot of people say, mine's not delisting. It's because you haven't turned on the setting yet. To have Auto Posher automatically relist, do you have to set that up on Auto Posher or the actual site? You set it up on Auto Posher. Let me go back to Auto Posher really quick, since we're getting a lot of Auto Posher questions. All right, Auto Posher, you're going to go into your dashboard, and then to have it automatically delist, relist for you. So if I wanted to turn back on eBay Recreates, all I would do is press this button right here. I would click Recreate, You can put a daily limit of the amount you want to recreate. I usually just keep it at 100. And then if you wanted to adjust at a lower price, so if you wanted to slowly drop your prices in your store every single month, you can actually have it adjust the prices. You can even have advanced options over here. So you can include or exclude items with 3 watchers. So if you have a ton of watchers and you don't want to lose those watchers, you can tell Posher not to do that. You can include prices. So if you don't want things that are priced over $300 to be relisted, you can set it to that. You can set new items not to be delisted and relisted, and you can also set up like specific titles of items like shoes. If you don't want any of your shoes relisted, you can just put shoes in there. So yeah, it's super easy to do. It takes like maybe 5 minutes to set all this stuff up, and then it'll be all delisting and relisting and recreating for you. Have you been suspended on Depop? I've never been suspended. No, Surfs has. I think Surfs has. So ask Surfs. He's a naughty, naughty boy. Do you refresh your store? I've never delisted and relisted on Poshmark. Yes, Auto Posher delist and relist for me. Yeah, delist and relist for me on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop every single day without my computer running. Relisting old listings, it limits the number at a time. Yeah, so listings that are about to end on eBay, those are the ones that get delisted, relisted. So if you don't know, eBay works on a cycle. Every 30 days, your items get delisted on eBay and then relisted automatically through eBay. So what Posher does is the day before that happens, they delist and relist the item for you. But what they do is they delist it and it creates a brand new listing. So you get a brand new item ID. That's all done through Posher. So, yeah. With Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, it does a set number per day. It doesn't do the ones that are about to list. It'll do like 30 per day or something like that. But every month it gets fully refreshed, if that makes sense. Do you usually use priority versus ground advantage? Thoughts? No, I usually use ground advantage on eBay, Mercari, and Depop. I use priority on Poshmark because it's automatically set to priority shipping. And then on Whatnot, I pretty much always use priority shipping because, again, it's just like Poshmark. It gives you priority mail labels if you set up your shipping like that. So when you see stacks of priority mail boxes outside my door when I take those photos, most of those priority are coming from Poshmark and Depop. I hardly ever use priority on eBay. Hardly ever. The priority are coming from Poshmark and Whatnot, not Depop. Can you go over taxes? No, I'm not a tax advisor. If you need help on taxes, reach out to a tax professional. You don't want to take advice from taxes from a random guy on the internet. And I know I'm trustworthy and everybody likes me, but you don't want my advice on taxes. Talk to a tax advisor. They'll be able to help you with that. Yeah, I'm not giving any tax advice. My advice is go talk to somebody who's a professional because they're going to help you. They're going to get you all the deductions. They're going to tell you all the things that you can do to reduce your taxes, all that good stuff. Taxes can be scary for new people, but once you're experienced, they're not really scary because you give that burden on to somebody who's a professional every single year, and that's what we do. All right, that's it. I appreciate you guys hanging out today. I still got a couple more orders to ship those jackets. I got to get out before the mailman comes. I'll be live tomorrow morning shipping out orders as well. We're going to do some listings today too, so get a lot of work done. But yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out, and we'll catch this weekend, Whatnot shows, Friday and Sunday. We're not doing a Saturday show. They're already ready to go. These 2 weekend shows are going to be packed full of really, really good stuff. So go bookmark both of those. If you haven't signed up, there's a link in my bio. You get $15 to spend for free. You can use it on this weekend show, or you can use it on anybody's show on Whatnot. It's literally free money. Don't miss out on it. And yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out, and we'll catch you tomorrow.